Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to thetelegram.com. I'm Robin Short, and joining me once again is Ken Oliver. Well, Ken, I got my Canadian shirt on, but you know what? The phone hasn't rang, although there is a job available in Montreal. Pierre Gauthier recently fired as general manager of the Canadiens. No surprise.
Not surprising at all, I think, considering the season that the Canadiens have gone through, some of the moves that have been made in previous years. My only opinion on the matter, I think it's time for another Canadian team mired in a bit of a funk now, missing the playoffs. Maybe they should follow suit.
And which team would that be, I wonder?
I think we're talking about the Maple Leafs.
Yes, the blue and white. Getting back, though, to the team that has made the change, the Montreal Canadiens, in Gauthier. He made some questionable moves. I think the one that sticks out in my mind is Jaroslav Halak, the goaltender who will get some Norris Vezina Trophy consideration this year. Halak traded for Lars Eller and Schultz, who's not even with the Canadiens right now, languishing in the minors someplace. I'm told that was probably the first offer that he received, and he jumped at it.
Wow.
Yeah. You know what? Locally, the Herder Memorial Trophy, the Telegram Herder Memorial Trophy Championship Series, as it's known around here, resumes this weekend. And of course, last weekend, the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts and the Clarenville Caribous split a pair of games at Mile One Center. Ken, you were down covering that series. How do you foresee this series going now as they go into Corner Brook for games 3, 4, and 5?
I think what people saw in the first couple of games down at Mile 1 was two teams that, while familiar with each other throughout the regular season, were really feeling each other out in the first couple of games there. It wasn't until about the second period of Game 2 on Sunday afternoon that things started to open up a little bit more, and I think fans are actually in store for more of that this weekend in Games 3, 4, and 5. I think the Cataracts, they got away from what they were able to do successfully in Game 1, which is kind of take a more physical game to the Caribous. That gave the Caribous a little bit more time and space, and with their skill, they're going to make good.
What about, speaking of the Clarenville Caribous, what about the goaltending, Jason Churchill? I mean, Churchill brings with him quite a resume. Of course, last year, MVP at the Allen Cup, Canadian Senior Hockey Championship. He let in 2 goals on 4 shots in both games. You know, that's flirting with danger.
It is, yeah. And I have to say, though, after, late into the first period, he started to settle in. He did get a lot of really timely shot blocking from some of his defensemen out there. One of the things that you'll notice with Churchill is that I think he's not necessarily playing as much as he used to during the run of the week. Well, he works in Halifax and lives there as well. And that seems to be, he's a little off his game, it looks like, when he gets back in the net for the first start of the game there. But I expect this weekend he'll probably settle in pretty quickly, knowing what happened last weekend.
The story that won't go away, of course, is the Herder going to Corner Brook, basically a neutral site, as in St. John's for that matter, for the, as we said, for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th games. Ticket sales have not been great. We're not quite sure what they will be. No one really knows. Newfoundland is traditionally a walk-up crowd. But the folks in Grand Falls, there are still some who are very upset. They feel that the Herder should be in their own rink, Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium. That'll be interesting to see how many fans that Corner Brook draws. Do you think that any team will have an advantage in Corner Brook, or is it just basically a game that's played in just another rink?
I think it'll just be a game that's played in another rink. Having said that, if you do see a large contingent of Grand Falls Windsor fans, it could actually have an effect on the game. Those guys play in a barn all season long there where they get a lot of energy from the crowd. When you've got 1,200 screaming fans, and they are loud and boisterous in Grand Falls Windsor, I should say, it definitely does impact the game. Speaking with goaltender Mark Gitman the week, he says to me that it doesn't matter where they play, be it Stephenville, Gander, St. Anthony, Labrador, their job is just go out and bring the best game they possibly can to the ice. That said, he does want to see a lot of fans from Grand Falls Windsor there.
Yeah, and I'm sure that the fans will be in Corner Brook will be loud and boisterous. Any fans will be better than St. John's. I've said it all along. This goes back to the days of the old St. John's Capitals in the Newfoundland Senior League, and right up now to the Ice Caps. I think the best fans are those from outside of the overpass, be it Clarenville, Conception Bay North, Gander, Grand Falls, Corner Brook, you name it. Although I tell you what, nothing beats the crowd from Port aux Basques back in the days of the Mariners. They brought fandom to a whole different level. Folks, thanks for joining in, and we look forward to having these once again. Stay tuned.
Thanks very much.